Once again to Spotlight. We're travelling to the far reaches of the United Kingdom in the Brighton area. That's where London goes every weekend, they inform me. Is that true, guys?
Yes.
Yes. They'll come here for a jolly good time.
Yeah. Well, this is Lee Ainleys' Blue Storm, and you've just seen them perform. There you are. And rhythm and blues, R&B. We love jazz on our channels, as you know, and R&B is a genre of jazz. I've got one question to ask you guys. First of all, did you see the Rolling Stones? It was something 4 years ago that was recorded on BBC4 last night.
Oh, no, missed that one.
Shame on you. It was terrific.
We were too busy living the rock and roll lifestyle.
A lot of people still think the Rolling Stones are a rock band. No, they're not. They're an R&B band, rhythm and blues. And congratulations, by the way, of attempting to make life brighter for everybody. We always say on our channels that there's nothing more miserable than country music, because as you all know, it's either divorce, death, anything that is miserable, and they're always talking about it. Well, rhythm and blues is worse, because one captures a thought and says, well, you're down in the deep South Mississippi, you've got a picture of a guy with a guitar on a rocking chair on his patio, on his balcony, and he's, I don't know, he's just miserable. Is that what it's really about?
No, our music is it's blues, but it's blues with some funk, it's blues with some soul, it's blues with some rock. The lyrics to our songs cover everything from relationship issues to ideas on religion, or personal experiences. So it's quite a mixed bag of stuff that we do.
It's not all doom and gloom.
It's not all doom and gloom.
Not all doom and gloom. Well, that was Lee speaking then, by the way. She's the boss woman in this outfit. She's got it all together, so she says. And she's also she's a bookkeeper. So how creative are you in your accounting, Lee?
You're
on TV. It's all strictly above board. You know what I'm saying?
I am very careful with the bookkeeping that I do. I take good care of my clients.
Well, that's all right. Listen, it's difficult in your business at the moment. Everybody's got apps for everything, and they tend to do their own thing. But there you are. You're obviously keeping this lot on the road. And it's working, but is it changing your job?
Oh, I mean, we still have to be able to pay the bills, and so I still have to do my day job. But luckily, because I am self-employed, then I can spend as much time as I want on promoting the band, doing the marketing, the PR, making the contacts, arranging for the gigs. And all the stuff that's involved in running a band of this ilk. So, that's how I managed to do it, because I'm self-employed.
Busy. Let's go to Tori May. Therefore, your little one, not so little now. You started when you were 16 with a band, I believe.
Yes, I did. In fact, there's some pictures of me back here. Don't even see of me as a baby. I can still pull those exact faces.
Yes. Well, listen, most of you write songs as well. Now, that's brilliant, because a lot of bands just say cover, 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 and some of the covers are good. But when you write your own music, and you do a bit as well.
Well, the fact of the matter is we've got songwriters in the band. It's not just one, it's not just two. We all write songs. So Elliot is our musical genius, and we put a lot of time in getting the templates, if you like, or the basic scores of the music correct. And Elliot's the one that's able to do that, and he can tell you about that in a minute. And Tori and Elliot together are an absolutely cracking songwriting team. They write some brilliant lyrics and songs together. But, you know, Nathan writes, he plays piano as well as bass, so he's come up with some musical score for songs that are going on the new album. I'm a bit of a nightmare because I don't play an instrument. I write lyrics and I come up with melody lines. And I'm very, very lucky to be in a band that's got 4 musicians that are able to interpret the madness that comes out of my head.
She admits it, you see. Elliot, you're studying still, and you're the dot man. You put everything down notation-wise.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of theory dude.
Yeah, well, you're coming out of uni now. There's been a lot of criticism of certain students coming out of uni, but more important than that, the actual courses. One hears of, I'm only doing 15 hours a week lecture, and I'm studying media. I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm studying media. They come out and expect to get a good job. Are you in that kind of a course, sir?
No, I'm sort of, the industry changes all the time, so it's just, I'm trying to get a teaching degree. So I want to go into teaching and then hopefully go on to do session work and music as well. But yeah, there's no real route you can take these days.
No, we're talking commercial music, I understand from your degree. What's the difference?
People buy commercial
music.
Yeah.
The money.
Make some money out of it.
Yeah. They can pay the bills with that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately the sad thing, because it's not easy getting going, and one is waiting, inverted commas, to be discovered. And in the meantime, it's bread and water, except, of course, for Lee, who's keeping you all in a position you're accustomed to.
I would like to point out,
we all have day jobs.
Yeah, we all have day jobs, because in this industry, if you want to get on, you have to self-promote, you have to self-fund. So everything that we do comes out of our own pockets. And any money we may earn for gigs or for our sales of our CDs, etc., goes back into us being able to record and afford to do the touring and the travelling and that kind of thing. But you know, more often than not, we're in a deficit at the end than we are in a profit, because of the fact that it's not a cheap way of doing things. You know, we're not in this industry to earn lots of money out of it. The point of this band is twofold. First of all, myself, Nathan and Dave have been sort of in the industry on and off for many years, in different bands, in different guises, different things that we've done. So we do it because we enjoy it. Nathan and I refer to the band as our very expensive hobby. We love what we do. We love touring. We love meeting people. We love to be able to perform our own music and to be able to, you know, actually spend time songwriting and developing our own original music. From Elliot and Tori's point of view, this is the best way that we could think of to give them work experience. Because you can't, if you go to a university to do a music degree, whatever its title is, whether it be for songwriting or commercial music or for, you know, just for guitar or whatever, you can learn a lot at the university about the theory, about the industry generally, but it's the hands-on, it's the touring, it's the having to load the gear into the back of the van at 2 o'clock in the morning and drive another hour before you can get to a hotel. It's the dealing with the sound engineers that are, you know, of a particular mindset. It's roadieing. It's everything to do with the industry. And what Tori and Elliot get out of this band is that experience. And they've got a very bright future ahead of them. They're both very good musicians in their own right. They are incredibly creative, and the whole point of them being in the band is, one, they add something magical to what us three actually already have, you know, as musicians, as a unit. But more importantly, it gives them a platform to learn about the industry and about how to, you know, move forward and have a career, because they've got careers ahead of them in this industry. And hopefully what they will get from being in the band is all the experience that they need in order to be able to navigate the industry, because it is a difficult industry. It's very expensive to promote yourself nowadays. There aren't big record deals out there for people to just, you know, have thrown at them. You've got to do your groundwork, and this is what the band is offering them, and what they offer back to us is that golden egg of creativity.
Yes, and a lot of people forget it is very much blood, sweat and tears, isn't it? And being caught on a motorway, for instance, at 11 o'clock at night plus, and they've shut the motorway and they expect you to find your own way back home. And it happens all the time. I know you've got a big advantage sat next to you, Lee, there, but it can be most frustrating. What has happened to dear old Great Britain?
Well, let Nathan tell you.
We just had a 6-day tour. I drove 1,500 miles in 6 days. Most days was get up in the morning, drive 4 or 5 hours to the next gig, unload the van, set the stage up, sound check, play, pack it all away, drive another 3 hours, stay in a hotel, rinse and repeat for 6 days. It was great fun, but it was so exhausting. Having to load and unload and unload and reloads. And road closures and.
I know. Is going to sleep an issue with you at the wheel? This is what insurance companies say. It's a dickens of a job to get insured.
Oh, it certainly can be. I was just getting as much sleep as possible. We was on tour with another band, so as soon as we came off stage, I was going back into the dressing room and getting an hour or so sleep. So I was sort of ready for the next bit of driving. But yeah, it's hard work. But when you're on a budget and you're trying to get yourself seen and heard, you know, you've got to travel around the country. You've got to get to the gig.
Well, indeed, and so you do. And listen, we've not talked with David very much, but he's a hidden talent. Not only does he bash the skins, he's an archaeologist. So what's it like, David, being with all these old people? I suppose you're used to it, being an archaeologist.
Yeah, you get used to the old bones. So,
I mean, how did you get into that line? You like digging things up, do you?
Yeah, I always enjoyed that. Did my stint, sort of normal day job, 9 to 5 in an office. Thought I've got to find something else to do. Nobody was going to pay me to play the drums, so I thought I'll go find something else to do. Well, I don't get paid money, so I went into archaeology.
No, it is a skill playing drums. We tease the drummers and sometimes the bass players, but in jazz, it's a real skill. And talking of real skills, I'm going to come on to Tori May again, because I'm sure Mum wrote the script that I've got here to my left, a little bit of notes about you all, and she's put in for you at this stage, can also play bass and a little bit of piano. Now, that's sort of a half-ringing accolade. I mean, a little bit of piano, what does that mean? Does it mean chopsticks or a bit of the Moonlight Sonata?
I can play chopsticks. In all honesty, I can play chopsticks. No, when I was younger, when my granddad, my mum's dad, said, you know, for Christmas, I want you to start learning an instrument. You tell me what instrument you want to learn, and I'll buy you the instrument, and you learn it. And I said violin, and he went, no, we're going to do piano. So that happened. So we started with the piano. And, you know, I could play very basic chords and things like this, but it really helped me to, like, physically see when it came to understanding theory. To be able to look at it laid out on a piano made a lot more sense to me. So then when I write songs, I'm able to transpose from the bass to guitar to piano and back again. So if I get stuck and I'm playing the guitar and I think, I know what I want to play, but I can't figure out what it is, I can then go to the piano and physically see it all in front of me, work it out, and put it back onto the guitar. So it's just, they're instruments that I understand my way around, and I can use them at my advantage to help with my theory or songwriting, or just finding a chord that I'm missing that I'm looking for, that I can't hear naturally on the guitar.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, listen, we've got to go back to this driving examiner. Well, I don't know, you're both motorbikes and cars, aren't you? A driving examiner, what a job. Nathan?
Yeah.
No, we don't allow global answers. I want more than yes.
What can I say? I spend most of my day sat in the passenger seat of a car, watching people drive, assessing their skills, or following them around on a motorbike, and trying to give people good advice and help on, if they're unsuccessful, what they need to improve on. But
it's not very popular. I can see all sorts of things. Now, I want you to be absolutely honest. When you have a lady coming for a test, I am told that a lot of them will wear very short skirts. True or false?
That's Nathan wearing a short skirt, not the ladies.
Am I allowed to plead the fifth on that one?
Absolutely.
We do occasionally get people turn up for their driving test who are dressed inappropriately for the circumstances. But if that's how they feel comfortable, then we just have to get on with it. Yeah.
Oh, you can maintain your concentration in all this, can you?
I'm looking out the front of the car. Yeah, eyes on the road.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever been in the, I don't know, position of behave yourselves? I've actually.
Sorry, what was the question again, Rodney?
This is the 17th time you've been for your driving test. Give it up.
No, people can come take their driving test as many times as they like until they're successful. I'm more than happy to sit there and go out with them and try and help them as much as possible to pass the test, if that's what they want to do.
He's very politically correct, isn't he?
Yeah.
You should see our group chat. We're not. We're really not.
Right, come on.
Job of civil servant, I do have to be careful about what I say. Yeah.
But look, we've got a big event coming in, lastly, in February, haven't we? Because that's the new album. And by hook or by crook, one way or the other, we're going to get some music out of that, and certainly publicise what you're doing, because it's all home crafted. Is it all complete, the writing of the lyrics and the music?
Yes. We are at this. yes. We are in the throes of rehearsing the songs and getting certain things sort of ticked off the box, like finalised. Yes, if you want a better word, but it's getting the breaks in songs, the endings clean, the intros clean, the harmonies right. The songs are written, but we're just working at the moment at getting them to the stage where when we play them live, we can record them and hear them to be what we want them to sound like when they're recorded. Because there's nothing worse than going into the studio with an idea for a song and you record it in the studio, and then when you hear it back, it's not what you wanted. So we're practicing them at the studio regularly at the moment, and just, you know, taping them, recording them, and then listening back to see what it is that we need to correct. And even things like time signatures and stuff like that, it's just being very accurate. And I mean, this is, you know, where we rely on Dave for getting us in the right time signature and getting that all getting that all squared away. And Elliot, you know, with his theory knowledge of music, and making sure that, you know, everyone's got the right chords, and that, you know, we all know exactly, well, these guys know what they're playing when we come to rehearse, and we've got the songs ready to go. And then Tori and I, you know, get the vocals right. We work on the vocals together separately to get the harmonies right.
Who's the pickiest in the band? Yeah. When we're talking about that, who is the pickiest?
The pickiest?
Me. Hands down. You're joking?
Yeah. I bet there's a lot of discussion going on. Listen, finally, I understand from secret sources that Lee is the pasta queen. She cooks a good pasta.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, he's saying yes.
Yeah, no, she's bloody good at cooking everything. Yes. Amazing chef.
Well, when we were on tour, we were on tour with another band, and they are from Italy, and so they were staying here at our house with us in Brighton, and you know, obviously I was a bit nervous about cooking food for Italians, but lucky enough, I've got an Italian student that's staying with us at the moment, and so I'd already tried out my recipes on him, and he didn't die, so I thought I'd be all right. So yeah, my pasta skills are pretty good, because I've had to find, you know, get them right to please the Italian student.
Well, it's all good stuff, and listen, we wish you well, and we're going to go out on a bit more of the recordings that you've made and give people a taste and to look forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you, Rodney.
Well, I spent 6 months on running.